Welcome back. Fiji Sevens coach Ben Ryan will be out on a scouting mission this weekend at the Nadula Sevens. Knowing how crucial backup players are to any team, Ryan hopes to select those who can fill in specific positions. With rising injury concerns, Ryan has less than 5 weeks to prepare a winning side for the most sentimental leg of the IRB series. William Tambuya has the details.
From Rocky, Ben Ryan is this weekend in the beautiful Yasawas for the Nadula Sevens.
I'm really hopeful that we go to Nathula and I see some kid that stands out and I go, wow, I've got to get him into camp next week.
The tournament is one of the two major outings where the Vodafone Fiji Sevens coach will be scoping for players.
If somebody plays the house down in the Marist Sevens, he'll force his way into the squad. It's simple as that. And in Marist, it'll be similar to Coral Coast, where, I looked at Mosesi Mawalu, forced his way into the squad for Dubai because of his performance in Coral Coast.
Ryan's reactive approach is due to the injuries that remains in his side from Las Vegas and Wellington.
We've got maybe 5 of the players that played in the last leg are still injured, so that's pretty important. We get them fit, and we're lucky we've got very good medical staff here to help them. And then,
while at the Asawas, Ryan is also taking a needed break as the pressure continues to build to win in Hong Kong, particularly a tournament Fiji closely holds to their hearts.
Great to be another part of the country and to be welcomed so well by everybody in the village and the town, and different for the boys. So it's so far so good.
The Sevens squad reassembles next week. William Tambuya, Fiji One News.
Marist Sevens today announced another set of 20 teams that will be part of the tournament next month. Overseas teams have been part of this tournament in the past. This year should be no different. As Vashnil Prasad reports, a team is also expected from as far as the United States.
With the excitement building, there is highly likely chances of 4 overseas teams to take part in the 38th Fiji Beta Marist Sevens tournament. 2 from Papua New Guinea and each from USA and New Zealand are believed to be part of the competition.
We're currently in discussion with one team from Wellington. We just facing some technical issues at the moment with them. Once we've sorted out, and if they qualify under those technical issues, of course they'll be permitted to play. We're also looking at the New Caledonia team, the national team, to come across as well. We have one team, the USA Falcons, from the USA, the ladies team. They are also coming to participate at the Fiji Beta Marist Sevens. And the New Caledonia is also fielding a ladies team as well.
Officials revealed another 20 teams today that will be out to battle in the tournament. Teams from Levuka, Benga, Namosi and Lauthal Island will also showcase their talents during the 2-day competition.
Teams coming from Fires Yasawa, coming from Fires Mbua, teams from Natewa, teams from Levuka, teams from Naita Siri, teams from Raki, teams from the interior of Ra. These are very, very remote rural villages that have put the time together.
With 40 teams now publicized, the remaining 24 will be announced later.
We'll be announcing the other 24 next week. We'll be sitting down this week on Saturday to finalize. And I must stress once again, for next year's tournament, this is a message to all the managers out there. For next year's tournament, please get your teams registered in time before the closing date.
It will be a wait-and-see game as to which other teams get a spot in the Marist Sevens. Vashnil Prasad, Fiji One News.
And Jacks Fiji has become the official rugby ball provider for the Marist Sevens. The two parties shook hands today, with Jacks also providing their own branded rugby ball to the participating teams at the end of the tournament.
It is exciting for us, and we hope this will work as a winning combination for both of us of mutual benefit. We launched with Suwapia Street. Better go check downstairs as we launch today. And it will be available in Nandi, Singatoka, Damoda and Latoka very soon.
After a lapse of 6 years, the Fiji Correction Services today revived their inter-unit Sevens tournament, with the theme promoting healthy living, energizing teamwork and the Mbula spirit. Organizers were happy with the turnout.
And the aim behind it is to enforce togetherness amongst the staff of the Fiji Correction Service, and also to encourage the well-being and the fitness of staff.
Tauke adds that today's tournament will also help them prepare for future competitions.
Today's event was actually to try and select a better team for the Wardens in the upcoming Marist Sevens, and also to select a veterans team for the Marist tournament.
The transition of Sevens players to 15s is expected to favour the Fiji Warriors when they begin the defence of the Pacific Rugby Cup starting next week. 7 players who featured on the IRB series have made the cut, including Nemani Nangusa, Penny Rawai and Rupeni Nasinga. Warriors coach Lance Whippy has placed his hopes on a young side, naming 16 forwards and 14 backline players, in a side dominated by Nandronga and Tailevu players. The side jets out next Thursday before facing Reds A next Sunday.
In terms of running lines, alignments, making kicking games, just to understand the fundamentals, like I said earlier, is what we're actually focusing on.
Sir John Cohen has cleared his Blues side ready for tomorrow night's Super Rugby clash against the Highlanders. This despite being without the rest of the All Blacks Kevin Mialamu, Tony Woodcock and the injured Ma'anonu. As expected, league convert Benji Marshall will debut off the bench, looking to cover either fullback or first 5. 28-year-old Marshall admitting he's not yet confident to start.
It's probably a long-term sort of goal to be a 10, but at this point in time, I'm just not ready, and if I'm not ready, there's no point being out there being exposed in a position that I can't contribute enough to the team in a positive way.
He's there because he's played 10 for the pre-season and a little bit of 15. I think 15 will be more natural for him, so there's less risk back there. And so I'm confident that he's ready to go, but just not quite ready to start and run the football team from 10.
The Nandi football team is hoping to continue with their winning streak in the National League competition this weekend. But the side will face one of their stern challenges at home on Sunday when it takes on high-riding Suva, unbeaten in their last 5 games.
With a spring in their step, Nandi footballers gear up for a top-of-the-table clash against Suva in the Fiji Sunskeeper Tuna National League this weekend.
It's been raining lately, but we have a good weather today, so we're hoping to have a good preparation for the game against Suva.
Coach Kamal Swami has been taking his players through some intense training, knowing the importance of the game.
I think it'll be a very exciting clash. I think the fans are looking forward to it as well, so are the players, and we hope we can give a good performance this weekend.
The side keeping their fingers crossed for early recovery of goalkeeper Ben Amino, who injured his hand against Lambasa last weekend. But missing from the lineup this weekend will be one of their top choice defender.
We will miss our sweeper, Chese. He is on 2 yellow cards, so he's suspended for this game. Ben's got an injury to his hand. We're hoping he can recover by the weekend. And we got a couple of other niggling injuries, but we're hoping the players will come through before the game.
With both sides unbeaten in the league so far, Nandi will be out to go a step ahead, ending Suva's winning streak.
Suva is a very good side. They have played some tough matches this year, and we expect it to be a very tough game for us, probably our biggest test this season. But it's a good game because it will prepare us for the upcoming Oceania Champions League.
With home ground advantage, Nandi will carry the favourite stake against Suva on Sunday. Irfan Khan, Fiji One News.
Fiji Swimming have set a target to push more swimmers to qualify for international events, just as Meli Malani has done. It's an investment that has reaped rewards, as Malani has set the standard for local swimmers.
We've sent him off to the US over his school holidays. Spent quite a bit, over $50,000 trying to get him up to the next level, along with Coach Sharon Smith.
Fiji Swimming will use the upcoming Grand Prix to assess more athletes. Coming up in August is the Pan Pacific, which coincides with the Nanjing Youth Olympics.
Not only him, but we're looking at all other developing swimmers as well, trying to bring them up to that level, and part of that is developing them through the Oceania Games.
Fiji Chess Open defending champion Manoj Kumar will hope to prove all odds wrong and win his first title this season. Kumar will battle against other top players over the new format of the game. The players will also get a chance to improve their ranking if they win. Games will also be held in the primary and secondary divisions.
This is very good because you can have quite a number of players who can play in a one-day event. And our objective in having this rapid event is that there is now an international rating system where players who play this rapid event can earn or gain international ratings event also.
The Fiji Car Club is all set to host its first drag race of the season at the Taunovo airstrip in Deumba on Sunday. The day-long event is expected to draw a large turnout following the success of the quarter-mile sprint races last season.
The buzz is already in the air. We've got so many participants who have already called me up saying, they're all looking forward to the weekend, and the weather is holding very nice. We've got bright, clear skies, and we're hoping that definitely this weekend will be a good turnout for us.
With champion racing driver Ravin Nath again emerging as the favourite to win again on Sunday, organisers are hoping that racing enthusiasts will cause the first upset of the new season.
It's very fierce. We've got a few cars who are getting into 10 seconds now, and they're getting into 9s as well. And basically the difference between them is a fraction of a second. So yeah, that competition is very, very tough at the moment. Yes.
And finally in sports tonight, rugby league star Paul Gallen made an exhilarating professional boxing debut, climbing off the canvas to stop Herman Eni Purcell in two frantic rounds in Sydney last night. The New South Wales and Cronulla Sharks captain was dropped by a left in the first round, but showed great heart and determination to storm over the top of his opponent in the second.
Adorned with Led Zeppelin tattoos, but Robbie the Butcher Berridge brought anything but a whole lot of love for his light heavyweight title defence in Sydney. Kerry Foley escaped with a draw in his last fight with Berridge 3 years ago, and last night marked the Sydney sider's return to boxing after switching to cage fighting. Berridge put his last opponent in hospital, and the 29-year-old Auckland Southpaw's quick hands were soon threatening to send Foley there too. But the Aussie was tough, with a stinging right hand. And when he kept swinging after the bell sounded for round 8, the Kiwi corner erupted, demanding a disqualification. They didn't need it, as the accumulation of blows saw Foley falter 2 rounds later. His right hand and ribs broken, he had no answer to the Butcher's onslaught.
And he takes a knee. They're going to throw the towel. Yeah.
Another Kiwi, Toowoomba-based Herman Purcell, threatened to upset the local crowd even more when he floored Paul Gallen in the opening round. But backing up from the Auckland Nines, the self-styled hard man was making his pro debut after stopping All Blacks in his Fight for Life days. And he overwhelmed the Hermanator in the second round.
That's all from Sports Villi. Have yourself a great weekend.
Thank you, Mary. Same to you. Stay with us for World News after the break.